Good evening from Sydney, Australia. We just got off the ship this morning. We checked in here this afternoon and we're going to be doing this video tomorrow. So think of this as a pre-vlog vlog, okay? But I just wanted to show you our hotel. Excuse the mess, as I say, we just arrived, kind of unpacked our bags everywhere. The bed's been slept in, the shower's been showered in, but of course that means that we can tell you what they're like, and I can tell you right now that bed is incredible. It's massive as well. As you can see, we've got a bit of a studio apartment going on here. We've got a big fridge freezer, stocked up with some items. I went to Coles earlier. What a great supermarket. Got a microwave, dishwasher, and all that kind of stuff, cooker, everything we need. That's our stuff. We've got a nice big TV. I'll just quickly show you out the window if I don't trip over my suitcase. Over there we've got what I'm going to call the Westfield Tower. I'm not sure what it's called yet. Not much of a view in front of us, and down to the left, is that Darling Harbour? I think so. Might even just be able to make out the top of the Anzac Bridge over there. So that's our studio apartment. Let me just show you the bathroom. Very good shower. I guess just been on a ship for the last couple of months, it's good to get a proper shower. And in here, we've even got a washer dryer, would you believe? And we do have some washing to do, so that's actually a proper little utility room with a sink. And this evening I think we'll go for a wee wander down that way. We might even still see our ship. And if we're smart, we might even catch a bit of golden hour sunset. Let's go. Right, so that's where we are, Meriton Suites. Never heard of them before, but very good impression so far, and they've got a pool. And we've got our swimmies.
We do.
We're going to have to repack everything, by the way, but we bought a new suitcase at the market for about 20 quid. And we'll show you that market tomorrow. Let's go.
Let's go. Will the light go off on its own?
Yes.
Okay.
Switch it off anyway though. One of these fancy elevators. You just tap your card and it'll take you down to reception automatically.
Thank you.
That'll be us. Bit of a fancy hotel.
It's very fancy. I said it's all posh and you were like, no, it's not. It is. Come on. For our standard, it's not travel lodge, is it? Sorry.
We're still trying to work out what to call today's video. I'm thinking something like First Impressions of Sydney, Australia, which for me anyway is a bit of a lie because I was here about 25 years ago, but it was a work trip. I hardly saw anything at all, and in fact any free time I did have, I'd gone over to the North Shore, so I think that's quite a good name. But how are you finding the city so far?
Yeah, it seems really cool. I don't know, we'll discover it tomorrow. Is one day enough?
Exactly, because we haven't seen anything yet, and no, of course, one day is never enough. And at the moment it is 5:30 and we are heading down to Circular Quay, and we hope that Queen Mary 2 is still there.
We barely got out of the ship and we're back again.
Yes.
We should try our cards. Maybe they'll let us back home.
What do you reckon? Should we go up that tower tomorrow?
Yes, we should. It's so retro looking.
From my very vague memories of the city, I tell you what, I think it looks incredible. So glad to be back. I'm sorry it's only one day, but I should say at this point that we're planning to come back to Australia in 2027 and do it properly. Look at that pub across the road, the Dundee Arms. Feeling right at home. I'm sorry we're kind of starting this one at rush hour. It's very busy. Everyone's beeping at each other trying to get home. Look at the contrast across the road there. You've got the old Bristol Arms and then you've got this kind of modern cube next to it. I know it's a bit late to ask now, but can anyone tell us where to get a good old Aussie cold beer? That's all I'm thinking about.
Even if not for us, then somebody might read it and, you know, it will help.
For a minute I thought that said Montrose Academy. Hey, this building here is very old school Australian, in amongst all these skyscrapers. I still can't believe we're in Australia. I'm so excited, I can't even tell you. And a vibrant modern city it is too. The Sussex Hotel, I like the tiles.
You want to go in between there?
Ah, we can go up there.
Yeah?
We can go anywhere we want tonight. It's nice to see all this green right in the CBD, isn't it? Massive queues for the buses, guys. It goes away back round the corner. See the wee church over there, St Philip's, dwarfed by its surroundings. Look at that place there. Is that an old building with a modern bit just stuck on top? Gardens are beautiful. It's like being back in French Polynesia.
And people are commenting that the things hanging off the trees is actually the roots.
I saw that.
Yeah, now we know.
Grosvenor Street. Place looks cool. It's even got an old UK phone box in there. I've heard people over the years say, ah, Sydney, that's not even Australia, and I kind of get what they mean, because it's the same with any big city, but I tell you what, I love it already. I can see Queen Mary, she's still there. What are they like for jaywalking here? Can we just nip across? Now down there, I think that's Old Town Sydney. We'll save that for tomorrow. You might be able to see the Harbour Bridge away off in the distance.
It smells of barbecue in here.
Don't worry, I can smell it. And I'm starting to get a bit hungry because we napped right through lunch. One thing I would say though, I wish it was nice older trams, eh? It's only been a few hours, but be honest, how do you feel about it? Could you go back on board, or are you happy to be in Sydney tonight?
I'm happy to be on the dry land.
Me too. But what a place to dock, eh? The Aussies know what they're doing. Selfie time.
Selfie. The light is quite nice.
Look at that trifecta of beauty. We've got the bridge, the ship and the opera house. We came down to see Mary tonight because tomorrow night, even though she'll still be in Sydney, she's going to be moored across the other side of the harbour, so this might be it.
Like, you know, somebody we know, they would be on the deck and we could wave to them. It would be cool.
I but just think there was someone in our cabin already. Give them dirty looks. Just get my card out, we'll give it a go. Don't worry, I'm only joking. It's funny the way, as much as we loved it and it's memories that will last forever, we'd have no desire to go back in that ship tonight. The advantages of a smaller ship, eh? You can actually go under the bridge. Couldn't do that in QM2. So many of the ports we've been to in this journey, the ship's just tucked away, but Sydney, they make an occasion of it. Sorry Mary, but you've got a massive app. I think we can have a beer here, can't we? Look at all the tap choices. Alcoholic ginger beer, that's what I'm getting. Cheers, my darling.
Cheers.
Like lemonade, but it still does the job, if you know what I mean. Oh, they're both amazing.
Yeah, yours is a bit sweeter.
Folks, looks like we've got some rain arriving here. Good forecast for tomorrow though. Go on son, be brave.
I thought he was going for a ride, but he went for the whole fish.
Cabin, the only bit that will still get wet.
Honey, you're sitting in a cab.
We've got our pizza, but let me just film it with the phone. Get stuck in, honey. They've lit up the bridge. Oh, and by the way, the Squire's Landing. Highly recommended.
It looks amazing.
See you later, doll. Good morning, Sydney. We're on Sussex Street. That's where our hotel is right here. If we continue down this way, it'll take us to the harbour. If we go up this way, it'll take us towards Chinatown.
And that's where we're going.
It is indeed.
Let's go.
Let's go and see some of this Asian influence. And over to our right, that would take you to Darling Harbour, Anzac Bridge, Western Suburbs, a parking garage. How much is it to park in Sydney? 2.5 to 3 hours, $49. What's the emergency number here? 000. Okay. I've got to mention this early on because the number one thing to do in Sydney, and probably the number one question that we've been asked is, are you going to climb the Harbour Bridge? Well, no, I'm afraid not. And it's not about price or anything like that, it's the fact that you can't take a camera, even a GoPro, even if it's strapped to your head, you're not allowed it on the climb. So we're not doing that today, I'm afraid, folks.
But we're going there later so we can film the people going up.
We were down here yesterday, of course, buying our £20 suitcase, and we just thought we've got to come back and show you it. Incredible place. Now find your shoes. You can buy literally anything in a jar here.
Is it food or is it medicine?
I've got no idea. But I'll have 2 of these, please. I want to say I know what these are, but I don't think you can on YouTube.
No, they are not.
And here we are. I think this is called Haymarket. Correct me if I'm wrong. Quite a nice corner here with all the old buildings and tram lines. That's some network. Oh, hello. How cool is this? Maybe we need to get our breakfast. I'm not sure it'll be out of that window though. What do you have for breakfast in Chinatown? Steamed pork buns maybe? I know it's all a bit quiet at the moment, but I think shops tend to open about 10 AM and it's 9:30 just now. But we wanted to be out fairly early today. You know, we've only got this one day. Got to at least have a look in here, eh? Bargain, by the way, that's about £3.50. It's a Chinese bakery, but I'm just not sure what anything is.
It looks like puffs.
Is there anything breakfasty? All looks a bit sweet.
Yeah, I think we should have something like a yogurt for breakfast.
You promised me breakfast, where is it?
I didn't realize that Sydney opens at 10 AM.
Matt from Matt's Planet used to live and work in Sydney and he was telling us to have a twoies new for him. Don't worry mate, we'll make it happen, just not for breakfast, okay? So I'm sure there's enough for us all. Hey pigeons, where'd you get breakfast around here? I know that's a budget backpackers now, but come on, what a lovely old building. This is where I was yesterday when I came to Coles. It's a lot cheaper than I expected as well in there, but breakfast, where do we go? It's a different world here. Dokyo. Dokyo, I get it. Oh, cheesecakes. What on earth? It does actually feel like we're in Japan right now. I've never been to Japan, but don't worry, this isn't just a tour of malls today, I promise you. Thank you. Well, I'm not going to lie, in the kind of Haymarket, Chinatown part of the city, we really struggled to find anything that resembled like a Western breakfast. In fact, we just wanted a little yogurt or a granola pot, something like that. It was a real struggle. It seems to be all sweet stuff.
Yes, it's either sushi or noodles or sweet stuff.
But we did find something eventually.
Yes.
And I know it's not exactly the healthy option, but right now, that looks good.
Look how messy is the sandwich.
But you'll manage. Saying that, I can't even finish mine. I might save that for later. But of course, we couldn't come to Australia without trying banana bread. They're famous for this stuff. And when he said, do you want it toasted and buttered? It's like, oh yes.
It is really good.
I know it's not as good as homemade, but it's still lovely. Thanks for saving our morning, doolies. Right, market. Quick left turn and we're into Paddy's Market.
This one is fun.
And you can literally get anything in here, even a massage. It's not as busy as it was yesterday afternoon,
Yeah.
but it's someplace. Cheap souvenirs, they've got you covered.
Oh, that reminds me, we need a magnet.
Oh, fridge magnet, yes.
Yes, fridge magnet.
And it is the kind of place you can barter for price, by the way. I was very proud of myself yesterday getting the suitcase done.
Yes, I was proud of you too.
Boomerangs, 3 for 20 bucks.
What do you do with it? Throw it?
And it comes back. Magnets, $2. Hey, that's what going to the buffet in Cunard felt like.
And this is the last magnet on our wall.
And it's not just a tacky souvenir market. Oh no, look at this stuff. I don't even recognise half of it. Bitter melon. Fuji apple, look at the size of them.
That's my hand.
Geez, so they're massive. That's not an apple, is it? Again, these old facades and the buildings are so nice. And that'll be the front of the Capitol Theatre. I think we need a proper look at that. Oh, I tell you, you're the smart one with the white t-shirt today. 28 degrees Celsius. It feels like a 36 March in Sydney. We're going to head down now towards the more recognisable part of Sydney, and yes, we've got no shame in being tourists today. This looks like a big old department store, Mark Foy's. Linens, laces, shoes, silks. But I don't think it's a department store anymore, which is just as well, we've done enough shopping. A new building getting built with all that concrete. It's a grand entrance. If we just cut through here, it'll take us to a park.
We will kind of stay in the parks and the gardens for a little bit.
Sounds good to me. Sydney's lovely, but I tell you what, it's a big city. As soon as you come into the park, it's so quiet, even though you're so close to the rest of the city. You can just hear the birds and nothing else. A very fitting memorial. We've been distracted by the big tower. I think we might go up there just now actually. And I think this is Hyde Park, and we've just come from Haymarket. All those recognisable names from home, and it's no coincidence, of course. There is so much to see here. Well, of course there is, it's a big city, and now we're going to go and try and get that bird's eye view. The good thing about a big tower, of course, you don't need a map to find it. But of course we do need to find the entrance. It'll be somewhere in there. Westfield, you look very posh.
I'll need to go to the bathroom and wash the egg from my shorts because the sandwich was so messy.
And once again we're in a mall. A mall where it looks like we can't afford anything. A mall where there's security guards on every door.
A bag?
How would you know? The girl will say you can do skywalk here as well, but the fact you need to put all this stuff on, maybe not. Hi, good morning. You said almost there. I thought you said take the stair, and that would have been fun.
Yeah, I need to enunciate more, some people can't understand me.
Thanks, my man.
Thanks so much.
Here we are, enjoy the view.
Cheers. Look at these lads. Do I have to go down to my pants? I didn't realise. I'm guessing we're just going to be inside. Oh, my ears just popped.
Same.
You're human after all.
Oh, you can see our progress there. There's a camera, but we're not on it. Why?
We're ghosts. Oh, the first thing is the aircon. It's beautiful. And can you see our ship?
Hey, it's not your ship anymore.
This is cool, and the truth is, being indoors, I'm not scared at all. I'm going to give you some of these views. This is one gorgeous city, isn't it? The setting is unreal. And remember yesterday morning we sailed in through here and all the way in here.
And I was sleeping.
Yes, you were. I've got no idea why QM2 was tied up alongside yesterday and now it's just moored in the bay. Maybe it's availability. But it looks like she's getting filled up at the moment. Yes, I'm leaning back. You can kind of see the bridge and the Opera House in this view. But I just remembered today was meant to be beautiful sun, not a cloud in the sky. That didn't quite turn out, but it's probably for the best.
Yesterday when we arrived, I said, I thought Sydney was bigger. And now when you look around, it's massive.
And it's a bit bigger up here than I expected too. Wow, you're a brave lad. And yes, he's on the outside. And I tell you what, in my mind they're pretty brave too. Can anyone identify that stadium for me, or should I say stadiums? No, Steve, it's stadia. Look at that place down there. That's on a rooftop. And we can even see the airport. Unfortunately, that's where we'll be at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. There is a little cafe up here, by the way. Coffees, sandwiches, soft drinks, bits of merch. But I wouldn't buy this until I'd actually done it. Oh, look, that's where you suit up to go outside. Not a chance could I do that. So we're 250 metres above the Sydney streets, and on a clear day you can see the Blue Mountains. Not today then. But like I say, I am not complaining about the clouds. These brave souls are going up. The suburbs look so nice. And that's in all directions, by the way. Now I think our next destination is going to be down here to that point. We'll have views over the Opera House and the bridge beyond, and of course Queen Mary too. Thank you. Exit through the gift shop.
Love stuff like this. Hand painted. Amazing. That's the parrot said we're so noisy in the park below.
Are you a parrot or a pirate? Look at that avenue of trees. Nagoya Gardens. That beak was made for bin bags, you know. Welcome to the Domain, Sydney. We are here and we've got to go all the way out there. Looks like a long way.
And that looks like a jungle.
Oof. Beautiful. That's some trunk you got there, pal. These trees, why are they like this? It's almost like they grow down the way. We've gone the wrong way, but it gives us a nice view of that aircraft carrier. We could of course go this way because it's got access to Woolloomooloo.
Woolloomooloo? Would you like to go to Woolloomooloo?
I'd love to go to Woolloomooloo one day. I'm just hoping we can get out this way and it's not just a dead end. You know what I'm noticing, for a big city there's not much graffiti, is there?
Yeah, it's very clean in general. Graffiti is more European thing, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Where are you taking me?
I think we have to go up the stairs.
Let's go down and see if there's a view.
Okay.
I think we've found a cool little boardwalk. And the posh boats. No jumping or diving, okay?
Okay. Also, no alcohol, no fishing.
You always find us the stairs, don't you?
I'm sorry.
Centipede Rock. Talking of rock, when we get to the rocks, we need to go to one of the old pubs. You can find Sydney's oldest pub. Go for a cold one.
It looks really cool from what we've seen yesterday.
Aye, we didn't show you that at the start of the video for a reason, because we're going back today. Andrew Boy Charlton Pool. Can you go and have a look? Oh no, I don't think we get any further. It looks like there's a pool right down at the bayside. Can you see it? Could go a dip right now, but it looks like they're all proper swimmers. Lane swimming, I can't do that. Unless it's a very slow lane. I think that's a proper Olympic sized pool. The Australian Navy looks bigger than the British Navy these days. Wow, 1 PM, the sun comes out. I can feel every one of those 36 degrees. And that prime view should be just round the corner here. Yeah, let's be honest, that's pretty cool. Great news. I think what we'll try and do now is just walk around the shore. We can't go this way, it's closed, but I can see people over there and that'll take us around the Opera House and to where that ship has stolen Mary's place.
Hello.
It looks like there was something going on here. Is that a stage sticking out onto the bay? I don't know if they're just starting or if they've finished. Victoria Lodge.
How beautiful.
Yeah, this city is incredible.
There's so much green space in general in this city.
And snakes and spiders and mosquitoes.
That's a nice monstera, look. My mom would like it in the flat.
Look at him, do you see him?
It's a Maltese.
Now here at the shore we've got the start of the botanical gardens, and it's like Sydney itself. When you see the skyscrapers you think it's not that big, but it just goes all the way back. And this coastal path's all right, isn't it? Oh,
It's a tail.
I think you'd be struggling to find a better setting for a city anywhere. If there is one, let me know. I'm kind of glad the sun's come out now. They're just sitting on the bench like anyone else. This tree here's a bit of a skyscraper. But I'm just having a seat in the shade. That's sun, man.
Hello. Oh, direct descendants of Italian, Irish, Scottish immigrants.
And that's us now round towards this building. I can't remember what it's called.
I never realised you can go behind the fence and all that.
Oh aye, let's do it. And if you want to go on QM2, you just go down here. These little ferries are fast. It's reminded me we need to get on one today.
It's like a frying pan on here.
You could fry an egg.
Yeah, you could fry an egg.
But the view's alright. You were telling me about how much it costs to build.
Well, yeah, it said online that it was estimated to cost something like 7 million, and it ended up costing 102.
Always the way, yeah, but what a landmark it is today. One of the things we can see looking at the bridge from this angle is that the big granite pylons at the end are not actually attached to the main structure itself. And we can also see some bridge walkers up at the top. I'll try and zoom in. That's a really cool angle actually. On the outside of the Opera House, it kind of looks like the tiles on the space shuttle. And QM2's berth has been stolen by the Carnival Splendour. Ironically, of course, Carnival, they own Cunard, don't they? How you feeling?
It's a bit hot now, and I do feel a bit tired of walking. But it's fine, we just need to recharge.
Look, even the wee seagull's got his mouth open, bless him. That's when you know it's proper hot. What was it you were just saying, the tiles aren't white?
Yes. They're kind of bluish grey and cream.
But boy does that look good against the blue sky. Looks like they're all set up for a concert in there, what a backdrop. See all these canopies here, they're spraying mist. Another sign of how hot it is. Everyone asks Alicia for photos.
I know, people just trust my judgment, they shouldn't.
The best thing always to do in that situation is take a selfie.
You're terrible. Is that what you do when I ask you for a photo? No, you take like 100.
Yes.
You just keep pressing and then you give me 100 photos.
And we're back round at Circular Quay, which kind of reminds me of the ferry terminal in Auckland. Just a bit bigger, eh?
And then...
Is that a local train or does it go a bit further? So this is where you get the ferries to either like Manly or Harbour sightseeing, Taronga Zoo. And don't worry, we will step aboard a ferry before the end of this video, that's my pledge. I would like to be in one of these ferries, they're cool. Oh, from here you can go to Luna Park. I'd like to sail past it anyway. A quick stop at Royal Copenhagen Ice Cream, I think. And we have got boysenberry and taro. The only problem is, I don't know which one's which. I'm not exactly sure what they taste like anyway.
What is
It's all right.
taro anyway?
Oh, it's kind of weird.
Is it a fruit?
2 minutes to the Rocks, which I think is Old Sydney if I'm not mistaken. We'll go and have a lookie. Back where we arrived yesterday morning and where we went for drinks last night.
All the rain yesterday and it was buzzing and
Thunder and lightning.
storms, yeah.
But we're not going there now because we're looking for the oldest pub in Sydney. Well, one of them. It's kind of contentious. One of them says it's the oldest pub, another one says it's had the longest continuous license or something. It doesn't matter, does it? Campbell's Cove, we really like it down here. What's not to like?
Yes, great.
We've got a sketch, a drawing here of what Sydney Harbour looked like in 1795. A bit different. In fact, that's where the Opera House is today. That little rocky headland there. Those trees give good shade, eh? So this is what it's like under the harbour bridge, and on the other side of the bay there, got Luna Park, which looks fantastic. You know what, one of these hop on hop off buses might be a good idea in Sydney, because it gets a bit tiring just walking about. Just pop down the steps here. We might even be able to touch the water, what do you think? Nah, I'm afraid it's just out of reach. The sign tells me exactly what you need. Oh wow, is that a post box? Newspaper box, it's called. If there's no cars coming, we're going to nip across and have a look at this roundabout. Here's the bad news.
Yay! There's more.
Man.
There's more. Yay!
Yeah.
You did it!
Nice balconies. Be quite noisy here though with the trains, but that is so Australian. Gorgeous. And up there we've got our next batch of bridge walkers. This house is called Clyde Bank. It doesn't even feel like a city around here, and like you say, it's really quiet. It's like a little town or village. And we start to see our pubs on the corner here, Hero of Waterloo. But I don't think that's the oldest. A pub crawl of old Sydney, that'd be fun, wouldn't it?
I don't think I could do it in this heat.
Not today. See, they don't want us to go to the pub.
They give you much grade?
Again, I'm trying not to point my camera into people's houses, but you get the idea. And as you can see, houses built for the heat. Lovely shaded balconies and some wrought iron. What does it say on the outside? Sydney's oldest hotel, at least.
Is it not like in New Zealand? If you wanted to sell alcohol, you had to be a hotel and have beds for people?
The Lord Nelson from 1842.
Let's have a look.
And I think we need to go inside. Ah, this is cool. As with so many pubs and bars in this part of the world, they double up as microbreweries. Producing their own grog, it's all in there.
I've got water.
Right, let's go. And we've got all these beers on tap. I'm looking for something with a small number. I'm certainly not getting Old Admiral. So is this bar from Copenhagen, 1801. These taps are awesome. Hey, well done, good effort.
Thanks. I think I'm struggling more than you today.
Well, cheers anyway.
Cheers.
Now I've got Smooth Sailing. It's a lower alcohol, 3.5%. And you've got the alcohol free.
Yes.
But it's brewed quite near here. Heaps normal for reference. Enjoy.
This is really, really tasty.
Aye, it's just not the weather for anything stronger. Can't even face lunch at the moment, to be honest with you. But the beers are cold. The fan behind me is strong. It's all we can ask for. And we've got the history of the pub. Built in the 1830s. First licensed in 1841. The Lord Nelson is Australia's oldest continually operating pub. See, they've all got a different story, haven't they? But this is the oldest continually operating pub. Okay, we can maybe find another one as well. Yeah. And when we're on the halves, that's possible.
Beers here seem to be really nice and refreshing. They're not very strong.
And they're all like ice cold as well.
Yeah.
You'll never get a warm beer in Australia. I wish I could face a burger or something just now, but I just can't do it. Maybe later on.
I still have half of your sandwich from this morning.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
That tells a story.
I think you need to go and grab water.
So Gemini's shown this one as the oldest brewery hotel, but I think we need to go to the Fortune of War again widely recognised as Sydney's oldest continuously licensed pub. And it's only 8 minutes walk from here. Yeah, if we're hungry, they do barramundi with chips and salad for $30. That's pretty good. Prawn fish curry, $29. Sydney's definitely not as expensive as I thought it would be. You're a good one, you know that. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, thank you.
Cheers.
And that was the Lord Nelson.
Cool pub.
Ladies and gentlemen, here you can see my sandwich about to be stolen. I've been saving that half of my breakfast for so long.
I'm giving you a chance to have it.
She knows that my stomach's full because I've just had a beer. And there it goes. Pretty good, eh? And downhill in the shade, what more could we ask for? I wonder if this is called the Rocks because it's literally carved out between them. Right turn. Oh, this is awesome. Chemist. That's the Museum of Contemporary Art over there, looking very much like a museum of contemporary art. And here we are, Fortune of War, Sydney's oldest pub, and we're dialing right back to 1828 now. And it looks a bit busier. So we need to try and squeeze inside. Oh, it's beautiful. Tiled walls, the old bar.
Extension.
And that's just the modern bit. You found a perfect seat. And yes, it is that cold, guys. That's not just for effect. Choices, choices. I like the Swan Draft logo. Cheers.
Cheers.
You're on the gingers, and I'm on the Tui's new. Oh, that's good. See, there's actually an established Rocks pub crawl already. Sorry this is into the sun, but just want to have a look at the Fortune of War from outside. It's certainly the 1, 2, 3, it's the first 3 buildings anyway, and it's a popular old place. And we're going to head down this way to try and catch a ferry somewhere.
Somewhere.
That sunny day certainly arrived. Ain't that right, lads?
Straight to your leg or something?
Yeah, I'd rather get a traditional ferry than a fast one, but we'll just take whatever we get, I think. Wharf 6, that's the fast ferry in there. I think this is one of the fast ones as well. They fair scoot across the water. Aye, that's more like something I'd like to go on, but I don't know where they go. So if we have a look at this route map here, we're at Circular Quay at the moment. We could take the popular ferry out to Manly. I think that would take about half an hour. We could go to Watson's Bay, have a nice view back over the city. But Matt's Planet was also telling me if we go to Balmain East, then we would go under the bridge, have a look at Luna Park on the way. So that might be the option. And the next ferry to Balmain East goes in 20 minutes from Wharf 5.
Let's go.
That'll give us time to get tickets. So do we just tap on and tap off? I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's fairly straightforward. It's just a tap. I just double checked. The ferry we were looking for is called the Fred Hollows. I'm not sure if it's a fast ferry or a slow ferry, but the lady was saying it does have deck access, so that's the main thing. We're on side A. And there it is, the Fred Hollows, spot on. That's a nice wee ferry. Aye, ferries here are popular, eh? It's 4:35 now, so if we were going back on QM2 today, we've missed it.
Ferry boarding side A is your Piedmont Bay Darling Harbour service. First stop Millsuits Point for Luna Park.
Upstairs? Yeah, upstairs.
Always more stairs. This is your fault this time. So here ferries are like buses.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Going outside?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, because it's a bit mushy. But we can move farther.
Aye, I'll just go for a wander. Now, can we go round to the bow? That's the question. And the answer is yes, we certainly can. The bridge up there. And with that, we're off. Now, I know we really should have got the Manly ferry today, because then it'd be like the song by Australian Crawl, Reckless. Cutting our way to Circular Quay. If you know, you know. And that's exactly where we docked in Queen Mary 2 yesterday. Looks too small for it now. Got a nice breeze up here at the front. I should really go back and let Alicia know. Yeah, come on, let's go. You just gonna stay here in the shade? Okay. Happy? Nah, she's quite happy there. Bye, QM2. Can wave to the people right up on top of the bridge. Although I don't know if they'll wave back, they'll be holding on for dear life. I tell you what, these ferries don't hang about. They're already under the bridge. And almost at Luna Park. That entrance through the mouth is just legendary, isn't it? Where are we jetting off to now? I've got no idea. Feels like all these ferries are pretty fast, to be honest. Wow, that's spectacular. Just imagine living over this side and having that as your view. Here she is.
I was worried you jumped off. I wasn't sure. Are we going back right away?
I think that's our destination straight ahead. So this is what Sydney's like round the corner.
It looks like it's a city from the future, because every building is very futuristic and modern, but they're all different.
Need to remember to tap off here. Now we just need to work out how to get back. I hope that wasn't the last ferry of the day. But we've got all the sights of Balmain East, like the public toilets.
The city, yeah?
Go to the city, yeah.
Yeah.
Here they be. Yeah, that's perfect.
Great, thank
so you
you.
go over the Anzac Bridge and then to the city?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you.
Looks like we're getting a bus back.
Everybody left, so we were just standing there on our own.
And right now at least we've got this bus all to ourselves. I'm sorry Balmain East, we didn't really explore you, but we're tired.
I wanted to ask if we're going back, if the man is going back to Sydney, but then I thought we're still in Sydney, right? It's just a different district.
Yeah, it's just a suburb.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if this bus takes an hour and a half or something, eh?
It might.
But at the very least we should be going over the Anzac Bridge, so that's something to look forward to. Scottish Kashmir. And St Andrew's Church, this place looks awesome. It's actually crazy how little we've seen of Sydney today. We've really just been in the central business district. I reckon you would need at least 1 or 2 weeks just to see Sydney and have a proper look at some of these suburbs. Actually, if you're from Sydney, let us know what's the best suburb to visit. Is this us coming onto the bridge? Oh, look, it's there. And that's us on the Anzac Bridge. Up there somewhere. So that's us now at Darling Harbour, which is pretty much where our hotel is. Do we jump off here or do we go back to Circular Quay?
All I know is that's us back in the traffic.
Oh, you're right. Good old bus lanes, eh? Sussex Street. We know this place well. Remember to tap off again. And that's us right back into the rush hour commute. Yes, please. Darling Harbour, is it across this bridge? I'm actually not quite sure what's here. It might just be pubs and restaurants, the little marina. But it's still nice to have a wee walk around before we finish this video finally.
It was a long day.
It's the Maritime Museum down there, it looks very good. We're just a little bit late for it tonight though. Okay, so that's the bridge we walked across. Cockle Bay on that side, Darling Harbour on that side. We're very close to the end now, folks, but we don't want to finish the video till we've had something to eat. The problem is with the hot weather, it kind of destroys your appetite, so it'll be something very small.
Like a salad, maybe.
That'd do the job. We're back on Sussex Street where this all began, where our hotel is, and as the sign says, after work drinks. Look at these fellas. And of course you could say that we've been working today, so we deserve after work drinks, but no, not at the moment anyway.
Nah, I think water will be enough.
And that's our room, or should I say suite, up there somewhere, 11th floor. Just go in here. We put absolutely zero thought into food, by the way. We just came to the nearest place to the hotel, the very first restaurant, and it's Korean. Looking forward to this, but I'm just not hungry.
Do you need something though?
I've got a lemon lime and bitter, so I've got some water. No more beer. Oh, it's so refreshing. Thank you. The chicken skewers, I've got salad with beetroot, which is my favourite. We've got some sweet chilli sauce and some corn somethings. I'm broken, by the way. And do you know what yours was called?
No idea.
A picture tells 1,000 words. But it's got kimchi in it, yeah?
It has kimchi instead of meat, yes.
I'm really bad at describing food, but everything on this plate is absolutely epic. How's yours?
Delicious.
As I say, everyone's a winner. That was fantastic. This place is called Gammy. Recommended. And all of that was about $40. Thank you. So that was Sydney, folks. I hope you enjoyed a little wander around. Was one day enough? Of course it wasn't. Are we glad we had a day here? Absolutely. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.